guys, so today I'm going to show you guys how to make Christmas/New Year's cookies. I hope you enjoy!
Hello guys, so what we're going to need is plain flour, as you can see right here. Granulated sugar, white sugar to be specific. Some vanilla extract. Baking powder. Some unsalted butter, or you can use salted butter, but I just decided to use unsalted because it's better. You can just measure. So some milk, some eggs, and yeah. Also, by the way, you need some salt. For equipment, you'd need a bowl and a mixer. We're going to add some plain flour. I put about like 2.5 cups in, but you can add more if you want. I just wanted to put like a small amount because, I'm not making cookies for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Next, we're going to add a teaspoon of baking soda. And a teaspoon of salt. And just stir it together with a spatula. I should have put the wet ingredients in the bigger bowl, but it's going to be all combined, so yeah. I've done that mistake a few times, but it's fine, Next, we're going to add some butter. So make sure it's room temperature, so when mixing it's more easier to combine. I made the mistake of not doing that, so it was a bit difficult and it made a bit of a mess, but you cannot find, Now we're going to add some granulated sugar to the mixture. that's done, we're gonna crack 1 egg into the mixture and some milk. Two splashes of vanilla. And mix it up. So next I just added some of the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients bit by bit. And it should look something like this. So next we're going to add this mixture into a bag and wait for 1 hour. Next we're going to add flour to the surface. I added some more flour so it would be more easier to work with. Next we're going to take a rolling pin and put some flour on it to make it more easier to roll. I was not prepared and did not get any cookie cutters, so I just decided to make my own cookie shapes. First I used a knife, but that didn't really go well, so I just used other tools, you know. Let's just say Christmas cookie cutters, okay? Guess what, guys? I used a spoon. That's right. end up cutting, and this is what I came up with. And with the extra pieces of dough, I just made random shapes, you know, just to do that. Okay, the end result. It is. So guys, we're gonna make some gingerbread, and so you would need baking powder, plain flour, some cloves. I tried to ground them, but you can, you know, buy grounded cloves from a shop. I just had cloves and just grounded them. But anyways, some grounded cinnamon, some grounded ginger, molasses. This isn't really molasses, but it's close enough. So eggs and some butter, and finally dark brown sugar. Yes. So what you would need is a bowl and a mixer. First, I'm going to cut a slice of butter. Make sure it's room temperature again. I didn't do that, but make sure it's room temperature. I just decided to chop it up so it's more easier to mix. After, I'm going to add some brown sugar. And just mix it up. So after you've mixed your butter and sugar, you add 1 egg and molasses. I made sure I added this oil spray so it wouldn't stick too much to the, cup. Some grounded cinnamon and some ginger.
Audio preview.
So next I'm going to add a teaspoon of baking powder.
Audio preview.
After that, I'm going to add some plain flour to the mixture bit by bit until we get this nice consistency that will come up next.
Audio preview. Audio preview.
I forgot to add some salt, so we'll just need a teaspoon of that.
Audio preview.
I just laid out some cling film to put the mixture on top of. You can also use the plastic bag as I used in the sugar cookies, but I just decided to use, cling film.
Audio preview.
So now you have to wait about 1 hour to let the mixture set in, you know what I mean? So next I'm just going to sprinkle some flour on the surface.
Audio preview.
I also added some flour on top of the, dough, so it'll be easier to knead a bit because it was a bit sticky, so I had to add a bit more flour to it. So after I added flour to the rolling pin,
Audio preview.
yet again I'm using the spoon to do a gingerbread body, you know what I'm saying, yeah. Also, I wanted to put out that I put either a grease spray or butter on the surface pan to cook the cookies. You can also use parchment paper, but I didn't have that on me, so I just used, what I had on me, you know what I'm saying? Now for the final result. So for this gingerbread cookie, it was not bad. I would have, added a bit less of molasses because I added a bit too much, which also kind of overpowered the cookie. But apart from that, it was not bad. finally, last but not least, we're going to make shortbread. So what you would need is plain flour, baking powder, yes, vanilla extract, granulated sugar, table salt, eggs, and that's it. Yes. Also butter. So what you would need is a bowl, and we're going to pour some plain flour into it. So next we're going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder. A teaspoon of salt. So for the wet ingredients, we would need butter, granulated sugar, and a mixer. So next I'm gonna crack 1 egg and add 2 splashes of vanilla extract. After I've mixed my mixture, I'm gonna add the dry ingredients bit by bit. I decided to add more flour because the texture has to be more crumbly, as you'll see next in this video. Now I'm going to knead it all together. So next I'm just going to take a knife and chop them up into rectangular pieces. So to make it look like shortbread, I decided to use a fork to pierce holes into the dough. So I covered the pan with some butter for the cooking. So for the final reveal, this shortbread was amazing. It tasted like shortbread. The texture was amazing, and yeah, basically it was nice.
If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe and comment down below. See you next time. Happy New Year, guys!